Hello, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to make those little bumps and also those spikes. I'll be using this crawfish as an example. So let's get started. For the bumps like this, first we will create some little structure on top of the surface. Here I'm gonna use the pipe forms. So first I will draw some line segments on the surface and turn those line segments into pipe forms combined with the base object, and then create the fillet around those intersecting areas. So let's use this as an example. Around here. Yep, and that's this part. So first we'll draw some little line segments on this surface. So sketch, select the plane, and we want to do 3D sketch here. Just anywhere on this surface. Do line segments and just randomly position the line segments on the surface. Like so. Just need to be like short lines. But if you want to go with a longer detail, you can do like curve. Like that. There's no specific pattern, just little segments of lines. I think that's enough, just give you some idea. So now let's say finish sketch. We don't want to show those sketch. Now use this form, select pipe, and actually we want all of them, and set the global diameter to small number, 0.4 is okay, and n-type square, so turn those into like little dots, random dots on the surface, and you can see they are on the surface. So now say okay, finish, and what we have is little dots on the surface. And now let's combine those dots with the base body. Combine target object is this guy, and tool bodies are those little guys. Did I select that one? Okay, 13 selected. Say okay, and at this point they become one object. Because we combine those, it will form an intersect line around the boundaries, and we can fillet those lines. Select those lines. Each little boundary has multiple segments. That's why when we select one, it increases 5. That's all of them. Yep. Oh, missing one here. Okay, so now the tricky part is we want to make the radius as big as possible. If you want to have more defined bumps, then you need to select the small number. If you want to have just smoothly randomized bump structure, then you have to select the larger radius. So let's try this 0.5 and see if it looks okay. 0.5 might be too big, so you have to start with a smaller number and increase to the size you want. So I think this looks okay. Say okay. And now we have those bumps. And this longer line is just the example, so we can remove it if we don't want it. So let's move the timeline to the end and see how it looks like. And this is how you create the small bumps on the surface. Or that's my way of doing it. And you can use the same method to create other bigger bumps like this. I use the same method to create those eyebrows. The key point is to use the 3D sketch to make the structure on the surface. Now let's move on to those spikes. For the spikes, we will draw some lines and create a pipe form, but this time they will not be on the surface, it will be extruding out from the surface. First, move the timeline to a simpler state. I just want to work on this surface. We'll draw lines, select the plane, and come back here. Now let's draw a 3D sketch. Draw a line from this surface. I want to extruding out, but you see it's harder to see when you do it in 3D sketch, because let's say I want to draw some spike out from this surface. Looks like correct in this angle, but when you rotate, it's not. It's actually going back to the claw itself. So what you can do is you can rotate those axes if you just want to draw lines on the axis. Say this direction, maybe this direction, and now you just draw lines on the axis. Okay, so that's one little spike extruding out, one little line extruding out from the surface, and we do this several times. I think that's enough. Show the sketch. Okay, so now we have some individual line segments. Now let's turn those into pipe forms. Select those, and because we want to have the spike look, so the end type will be spike, and maybe we want to make it longer, so it's not just on the surface like that little diamond. Yeah, actually this need to be closed. We can patch that thing. You can see this is open, so we need to fix that. Modify fill hole, and that will be, well, that's not as sharp, but it's okay. It's gonna be small anyway, so modify fill hole, fill this hole. Say okay. Now make it longer, so modify. It looks pretty good. Do the same for this guy. Yeah, the point is just need to pull it into the base body. Say okay here. Finish form, and now we have little spikes on the surface. Now if you are okay with this, then you just combine these spikes into the base body itself. target body, tool body. Say okay. And if that's the look you are going for, then you are done. But if you want to have a smooth transition between the spikes and the base body, you can add a fillet. Okay. Add another one. Yeah, sometimes when you do it all together, the same radius might not fit for all of them. In that case, you have to do it separately. Say okay. And we have a little spikes on the claw. And as you can see, because I did this in the end of the claw when it's done, so it's only doing it on one side. If you want to do it symmetrically, you have to do it before you do the mirroring. So go back to the claw, open this group, and just find out where the mirror occurs and do it before that. So like this. I think I have to break the group first. So break group first, expand the steps, say okay. Now, or just move the mirror afterwards. And that should show up, yep, with both sides. Hope this helps in your next 3D modeling project. If you have any questions, drop your comments down below. And if you have not subscribed, please do so. I will constantly upload tips and project progress. And I will see you in the next one. Peace!